Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your work and finance reading. I went ahead and pulled some of the cards out and this is mid-month, so we'll have a full month reading for April. So because we're new and this is brand new for me, I usually don't do work readings. I'm trying it out. So we'll see how that goes for you guys. So right off the bat, Taurus, I did see caution regarding your finances and with work. Let's see what's going on. Excuse me one second. Just turn off the laptop. Okay. The Three of Cups in reverse. The party's over is basically what I'm hearing. For those of you where you're at work, there's some interesting things going on for you guys. Here we see that there's three people celebrating, but it's in the reverse. But because cups are emotions, it tells me a lot at the workforce or at the work front. There are some emotions that are involved. It could be that there's jealousy involved. Now, mind you, energies ebb and flow. These could be your energies or the people you're dealing with. So it could be the other person. But there is a sense of jealousy that is going on here. And I don't know if somebody's jealous towards you or you're jealous towards someone else. Because right now you're feeling a level of caution. You're a little bit uneasy with what's going on at work. I mean, I could see it clearly here on the table. But this is just talking about being a little bit more focused and to try to remove some of the emotions involved from work. If you are looking for work, this is a good indicator something is right around the corner and that's about to come in that's going to make you quite happy. And I say that because right next to it is the Knight of Wands. So something is definitely rushing in for those of you that are looking for work. As for your finances, you do have to be a little bit more cautious right now with your money. I'm not saying be miserly and stingy, of course. Give as you receive, but be careful where you're spending and you're not overspending on luxuries that are not necessary right now. If you're looking for work, this definitely signifies something is definitely coming in. For those of you at work, again, this talks about a little bit about jealousy on the work front, or somebody's just a little bit like there's a hothead. Because to me, the Knight of Wands is always talking about a hothead. And this is somebody in their 20s, maybe early 30s, somewhere around that age range. Reddish blondish hair I'm seeing. Lovers. For those of you that are involved with somebody at work, love-wise, just be cautious and be careful that this doesn't affect you. Now, this could also talk about a partnership at work, and this could also talk about, this is very interesting for some of you Taurus, because it does talk about you having passion and love for your job, but it's costing you something. It's affecting you at work. So it's making you decide between this job and your true passion, what you really want to do. Because at the end of the day, the Lovers is a decision. It is a choice. Do you stay or do you go kind of type of thing? Because there is some kind of element here where you're being tested. Like you're not being able to creatively express yourself is what I'm feeling for a lot of you, and you're getting frustrated. So is some of you thinking about staying or going? For those of you that are doing a little smoochy under the table at work, be careful. Because I'm sensing that the higher-ups are not going to be thrilled with it. Even though you think they may not care, they do care. Forewarned is forearmed, guys. The Empress. Again, this is what I was trying to say before. I'm almost feeling like you're trying to birth a creative idea, but you're being subdued by others. You're being confounded, and it's like, I don't get it. You know, it's like, why won't they let me express my ideas, or your ideas aren't being expressed? You're definitely trying to birth a creative new idea. For those of you looking for work, again, this is a very good omen. Something's coming out. For finances, again, this is telling me slow your roll with spending. Just be careful with your spending, and you're not spending on extracurricular things that you just don't need right now in your life. It's telling me definitely be conscious of what's going on at work and the people surrounding you. Five of Wands. Again, wands represent work because it's actual physical activity. So you are having some challenging times at work. You are getting, you do feel like there's competitions abound. Like you do feel like everyone's being competitive with you. And for those of you looking for a job, you are being, competitive, and it is telling you definitely be competitive. Like bring it. Like when you go for an interview and you're talking to somebody, bring your A game. Bring your best, because you're going into a competitive field that's very, very difficult. For finances, fives are changes. So they do talk about challenging times. So if there's some things that you just feel like you're just getting by, you're just paying for the bills, where's that extra paycheck? It's now telling me also over here with the Empress, you do have to come up with some creative ideas and interesting new novel ways of bringing in finances right now, because you are being challenged. So do be aware of that, because there is a competitive nature going on. And again, I do see a lot of jealousy and competitive nature at work with you, and your creative ideas are being not pushed aside, but they're being challenged, and you need to find a novel way to express them. Now over here, ending the month, going into April, you do have the Four of Swords, which talks about, typically it's the card of healing. So some of you might need a break. You might need a timeout. Some of you might need to go on a mini vacation or an extended weekend vacation. And as also with your ideas, maybe you just need to go back to the drawing board and retweak your proposal, your ideas, to represent them. Same thing with your wallet and your finances. It's now time to take a break, take a time out, and just be careful with how you are spending that cash flow, if you have any. Now let's see, because it does look like there was something that was recently taken, like a healthy chunk of your finances was taken out, and you do have like some added bills that maybe they were unexpected to you, and now you've got to cater to them. So it does tell me that finances are tight right now. Let's just see what's going on. Why is the Three of Cups here in reverse? Please clarify the Three of Cups. Ugh. Page of Wands, yeah. This is talking about, coming up with different ideas at work, going back to the drawing board, being that little kid, putting on the rose-colored glasses for just a second. For me, sometimes this is also throwing spaghetti up against the wall. You never know what works until you say something or you ask for it. You just don't. Now, as far as like emotions of like other coworkers and people you're dealing with at work, you could be dealing with somebody very, very immature, and they're a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're just annoying, and they're kind of like a thorn in your side. They're incredibly immature, and they're just bringing this level of bullshit to you at work that you just don't need, but you do have to deal with it nonetheless. For those of you looking for work, there is something, like I said before, there's something coming along very, very soon. It could involve with children, so I don't know if this is like a daycare, or you're a teacher or something along those lines, or you're a nurse for children, pediatrics. It's very good news for you regarding that. It could also talk about you being a novice at what you're going after. But if you go in with that positive energy and attitude, you're more or less going to get it, because they're willing to train you. Okay, Knight of Wands. Why is Knight of Wands? And the Knight of Wands, again, just tells me that's an offer that's being made to you for those looking for a job, that the interview went well, and you're going to receive an offer very, very soon. For those of you dealing with these jealous people, or these fiery energies in your job that are kind of like becoming an issue to you, let's see, why is the Knight of Wands? So please pop out, or I take the top card for Taurus, Team Taurus, work and finances, please. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't know if this is you, Taurus, because this talks about a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. It could very well be you, or if you're a male Taurus watching this, you're dealing with a female earth sign like yourself. But this is you in the reverse position, and it's just talking about your finances, and your stability is being slightly rocked right now, and it's being rocked by this Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands, as I said before, could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. More or less, I feel like he's a Sag. He's in his 20s, 30s, as I discussed earlier, and he's the one that's bringing the instability into your life at work. So you are dealing with some kind of fire sign individual here. The Lovers. Why is the Lovers here? Unless that person is your lover. Why is the Lovers here? Or they could be stealing your ideas. It's something along those lines, guys. Lovers, please clarify the Lovers. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This means you have an incomplete idea that you're trying to bring to the table and it's not coming to fruition. And this is the Lover. So this is for a couple different Taurus. There's not just one of you guys out there, but those of you, one, that are dealing with a lover at the work front, they're younger than you. Just be careful, because this is a fling at the workplace is not a good idea right now. For those where it's not a fling, it's you trying to create an idea, and your passions are like you're passionate about something, and you're deciding between your passions and what you want to do in life or keeping this job. Whatever it is, the idea hasn't been born yet. It's very small and it's very novice. There's a lot to learn regarding the industry that you're applying for. And the idea you're trying to birth it's not complete just yet. It hasn't been, needs to go upright. But regardless, this is the novice because it's the Page. And you're trying to create something. And you're trying to create money and or a foundation, and you're just not there yet. It's not completing. There's this big block in front of you, and a lot of it tells me you're lacking information, a lot of information. I don't mean like there's secrets going on behind your back. I mean as if like there's a couple things you need to pick up, like traits that you need to learn regarding this that you want to do. The Empress. And again, this talks about birthing ideas, birthing creation, something brand new. The Empress. And again, the coin isn't there either. So the money's not quite there. And you're looking for that money. You're looking for that golden pot right now. Yeah. Whatever's going on right now for you, Taurus, you have wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups in reverse. You're not happy. You're not getting your wish come true. But even in the reverse position, this is still a good card. This is still a good omen, because it just means it's only a matter of time. And for me, all the 9s in the deck talk about you as an individual, you personally. So first of all, if you're looking for a job, it's definitely coming. For those of you that are in a job and your finances are a little iffy right now, that it's definitely telling you, be careful. Do not spend shit. Do not spend shit. And I'm not saying be miserly either. I mean, if you've got to give, of course, obviously. If somebody needs your help and you got to give it, the more you give, the more you get back. Believe me, that's how the universe works. But in any regards, you're trying to birth an idea and a creation, and it's just not coming through just yet. Your wishes aren't coming true. So there's something at work that or someone actually that's blocking you from this coming forward. And what I'm sensing right now is because there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of challenges in your way. These are your obstacles. I think you need to come up with a new idea or a novel idea of, one, how to make more money or another job, or two, to come up with a creative idea. And I really think you're coming to the point where you have to decide if you're going to stay where you're working or move on into something else, Taurus, because I do see the frustration here. I do see the challenges. Why is the 5 of Wands here? I do see people blocking you. There is some jealousy, and there's something definitely going on here where there's people, in your way. Yeah, and the 2 of Swords in reverse, with this competitive thing that's going on with you, you don't know what to do. You're blinded by the choice that you need to make, but you know that you need to make it, and you make it, you will. Make it, you will. Because you're not going to stay in this position, which is literally being stuck, not knowing if you should stay or go. The 2 choices, because the 2s are choices. But in the reverse is saying you will make that decision. That blindfold will come off. And you will compete, and you will do what you got to do. And that's not what I keep hearing. You're going to do what you got to do. Overall, that's the message I'm getting for you guys. Let's see why you need healing. Maybe you quit because you've decided what you needed to do regarding, maybe you're going to follow suit in your happiness and creating this new job, this new thing. Or maybe you just take an extended vacation to think what to do, what your next steps will be. For finances, again, this is giving your wallet a rest. It's time to just reconstitute what all your bills are and how you could just manage the way you are right now. For those who are seeking a job, after a long period of rest, something comes in. Four of Swords, Four of Swords, Four of Swords. Why is Four of Swords here? Four of Swords, Four of Swords. Yeah, the Seven of Rods, but in reverse. That's you being at the top of the hill, defending your position. So it's like, who's ever at the top of the hill, there's only one person can be at the hill. Everybody else is trying to climb and take your job or take your position or get where you are. And you are defending that. Now, this being in the reverse, you're stopping that because this is you healing. You're like, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm constantly defending my job. I'm constantly fighting to keep my position. And you're exhausted by this. You're truly exhausted by defending yourself constantly at work and your position and your ideas and what you're doing, that you literally need a break. You physically literally need a break. Now, this is what's going on, guys, in mid-March to the end of March. So April, things could definitely change. Please come back for your work reading for the month of April, Taurus. Let's just pull one more card, Oracle card for advice for you, Taurus, from my Angels of Abundance by Doreen Virtue. Okay. Universe and your spirit guides, what messages do you have from my Taurus, from Angels of Abundance? Angels of Abundance. One more shuffle, please. Taurus, for mid-March. Thank you. All right. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. That's exactly what I saw. Nothing but blocks here. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. What I just got done saying, you're probably going to come up with some kind of great idea, some genius new idea of making more money or changing your situation at work. And I think once this happens, you literally take a break because now you could just put down, the fighting. The fighting can cease for like a minute. It is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. That's what I was telling you before. Don't hold on to your money so much that you have nothing to give. If you have it, give it, because the more you give, the more you get. And that's what it means. It's safe for you to receive. You've been so scared of losing your job or not making that coin that you've been blocking yourself from allowing the universe to give you. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Here you are. Again, this is a great omen for money coming in. Even though you're facing some challenges, there is something coming in. Again, the Knight of Wands also talks about an energy of something coming in. Even though you may feel this way right now, Taurus, that's about to change. So your obstacles and your blocks, whoever was doing this to you, it's going to change. You come up with some kind of an idea that helps change all of that. I'm just going to pull one last card from Angel Answers and see if they have any final messages for you, Taurus. Wait is what it's saying. So only you know what that means. Wait. So if you are thinking about quitting or rushing off or doing something like that, maybe you shouldn't. You should wait. just hang on. Or if you received an offer, or you're waiting to hear from multiple offers, wait, hang on, Taurus. And that's what I'm getting for you guys. Overall, these were great messages. I hope they resonated with you, and please listen to your moon and your rising, as they may also resonate with you as well. Please share the video for anybody who you think needs to hear this. Bye, Taurus.